You know, I'm having a conversation with my friends just a few moments ago, and we were just talking about how certain celebrities, children's, recently have chose self-deletion. And my friend brings up a point that we all know money doesn't make everything better. It doesn't fix problems. If you're out there chasing money and you're not being a parent, God knows what your child is up to. And I brought up the fact that I've seen stories and I've known people, young people, who were young, my age at the time, from well-to-do families, not like super rich, but well-to-do families where both parents got out there and got that Skrilla, but they weren't home and their kids were doing things because either they can get away with it or they were doing shit for attention, which they did bad things for attention. Like steal stuff when they need to steal stuff, hang with the wrong crowd of people just because their parents don't care. And then we had some who parents were out there getting that Skrilla, getting that money, and the neglect they had for their child have caused their child to become abused, harmed, and worse. I mean, like worse. Starting with the M word, the M-ested word. You know what I'm talking about. They children have become that, and then their parents don't believe it happened. Their parents don't really put much effort into it because their parents are out there getting that money. And then neglect the hurt that their kids going through. And then a lot of them turn to self-deletion. And this is what we ended up with now. Like a lot of people go through this kind of stuff. But before I get too morbid with it, let's go back to the whole thing about neglect. Because this what it has to be, neglect, from what I've seen growing up in an urban neighborhood. I've been in this neighborhood for maybe 35 years, maybe. I think by the time I moved around here, I was I was 8 going on 9 years old. Yeah, about 35 years. So I can tell you by the time the 90s hit, because everybody thought the 90s was all about just having fun in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Martin and all that. There was some things going on with black people in our neighborhoods. We had what I observed to be neighborhood poom poom. See, neighborhood poom poom is when I noticed the same females, some of the most unsuspecting females, meaning glasses, girl next door, cute, getting talked to in their ear by Pookie off the corner and Pookie number 2 and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray be like, yo, you don't even hear what's going on. This me, because I'm not out there about that life. But I can see clearly when I'm heading to the store back and forth, yo, I'm saying, what's up, girl, this, that, and the fourth. And stuff. I'm walking past, going to the store, getting me, bag of chips. Bag of chips were 25 cents back then. Yeah, I know, I'm dating myself. It's all good. So, by the time you walk back and stuff, you come out the store, you see them walking off somewhere into the distance. Pookie, Ray Ray, and the girl next door. And I was just like, wow, she just a regular looking girl like I'm just a regular square kid around here. I wonder what's going on. Then I start getting older and older, and I start realizing, she ended up with a baby bump, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what they were doing. Some of the most unsuspecting looking females were neighborhood poom poom. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just think it's the ones that carry themselves as harlots. No, It's a deeper seed situation where it's neglect from parents. Because what parent who cares and loves their child, especially their daughter, will allow them to be out there getting snatched away to go have a train ran on them? Think about that. What loving parent will allow their kid to do that? And you think because you throw presents at your kid and stuff, it compensates for the fact that you're not there. You don't care. Or you left them in a vulnerable state to be taken advantage of mentally. Why do you think a lot of these females like to call men daddy? It ain't just because of an age differential, y'all. It's not because of age differential. It's a psychological thing as well. They never had that figure in their life, but the crassness of Pookie has compensated for that. And a lot of them are looking for a man to connect. See, men, the most important man in the beginning years of a young female's life is their father. We always say the mother is the first source of is the first source of culture for a black male. And it's the other way around for a girl. If you have a good mother that raised you right, has a good head on her shoulders, that should set your expectations for the type of woman you want in your life. But in order for that to be successfully a thing, she has to let you be your own man. She can't smother you. That's where the expression mama boys come from. But with young females out here, a loving father ain't gonna let them just go and be taken into the cut and just be taken advantage of by some hood niggas off the corner. It's not going to happen like that. So you can feel like you making all this type of money, you doing these things, you're very successful, you run these lives, and your daughters and your sons out here are acting out for your attention. And I always come into an ambulance situation, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I gave this kid this, I gave this kid that. I always hear what you give. Like materialistically, what you give to your kid, but you're not giving them the most coveted thing that they need at that age. You. You're not giving them you. And a lot of them end up being out on the street. I've always wondered, now that it comes full circle at this age, wondering how a lot of these regulars I got that have family that's doing well came to be the person they are today. It's because it ain't just because they're a bad seed or they're a black sheep or anything in their family. It's because of their upbringing that led them to that. Not everybody's going to come out the same way. I'm from a family of 3 children raised together. And we all made it through the storm, but we all still different. Because there's not one way to parent, or it's not a one size fits all situation. And for me being not a parent, but me understanding and trying to tell my own parents that I'm different. Meaning like, I'm not into the same things as them. Being your individual. Some people will just give up on you and just think it's all one size fits all. Well, the other 2 got through it like this way. This one to do it differently. Not knowing that one might look at how you treated the others and it just mentally fucks them up. You never know that. Or it mentally alters their perspective. Now they walking on eggshells because they don't know. It's crazy. And I'm telling you this from my own personal experience. And from what I've seen. A lot of this neighborhood poom poom going on with these women, degrading themselves to be in the graces of a lot of men out here, start from upbringing. And it isn't always just the one parent home. See, the one parent home is more overt with the women and how they portray themselves. You notice what I said earlier in the video. These are girl next door types I've seen. Cute girl next door, glasses and stuff. You wouldn't even think they were getting down like that. But you never judge a book by its cover. I learned that growing up in my teen years. And I learned it a harder lesson when I hit my 20s. But see, the difference is single parent households, like single mother households, you got the women, the girls out there that are more overt with their sexuality. See, that's the difference. It be how you can notice the difference. I'm gonna say it one more time. When it's a girl or female, young woman from a well-to-do family, two loving parents, you're gonna see her. She's gonna look like she's nice, she's sweet, well kept together, and she be out there getting freaked on the hardest, or wanting and having these crazy fetishes. Hell, look at the former porn actress Skin Diamond. Skin Diamond has famous parents. Her father was, I think, an actor on a children's show, and she even appeared on there as a kid. But because they separated and they weren't together, for God's sakes, she started getting into some crazy shit. She started getting these sexual fetishes that were just off the chain. Because they don't have any structure. They don't have any guidance. Now, I'm not saying you got to turn her into a damn nun, or it's unhealthy for you to have a exploration. But to actually go another level and actually become an adult film actress, getting rained on by dudes, man gravy, taking schlong in the butt, all that stuff. I'm saying you from a well-to-do family to doing adult movies. And people are, well, that's her fantasy. Yeah, that's some people's fantasy. I mean, hell, look at the actress from, she was an actress and a former pageant winner, Miss America, not Miss, pageant pretender, Kelly McCarthy. Kelly McCarthy, she played on that NBC show Passions. They used to be on a soap opera, the real one that was real supernatural, real silly. At the time, my ex-girlfriend loved it. That's why I know about it. She was on there, and then when she hit her 40s, decided to do a porn movie. She was terrible at it, but she got better at it. I guess because she wanted to do it over and over again. You never see. It's crazy. It's crazy. But she waited till she got older. And this ain't the only one that's done that too. Look at Boy Meets World. What was the pretty tall, redheaded girl on there? I think her name was Willow on there. You know, it's gotta be Willow. It was a redhead Willow. But the actress name is Maitland Boyd. Maitland Boyd is 45 years old. She's a year older than me. And come to find out, she's been on Blacked a few times, getting stretched out by BBC. Legs shaking, orgasms all over the place. She waited till she got older, okay? Older, when she's an adult and she can make up her damn mind. See, the difference is a lot of these females out here don't have the guidance. And you got two forms of it. You got the single parent raising them. You got the hoochie mamas. You could tell who's available and ready. Then you got the unsuspecting ones who's doing it because there's some gaping hole or some source of abuse in their life, some neglect. You got, it's a difference. You got two types. You got hoes raising hoes, and you have the result of abused, neglected. They go down that path. But you ain't gotta listen to me. You probably seen it for yourself and don't even realize it. Cause I'm a Fury, I'm here, and now I'm out. Peace.